Ebe free and also. Na senya midi kan se Ghana had the two political party a oba ha eye ejuma in fact omo followers and omo candidates and omo me who send menka no nipa bebre supporters edi omachi the New Patriotic Party NPP and the National Democratic Congress NDC. Now of late NDC for chema send niema ko Ghana ha ye abuse amount for pasa yeah sorry and ye can human rights but then yeah NPP government no 80 amount for right so omo call left for bro omo pese omo be call left na Sam na me no kasa sisi any day and that day there was a press briefing na call so ewo Accra ha na press briefing no ema ye hu eye nieme bi a esisi ewo NDC for party name petitions bi ne nieme bi a oma church area koko baby. As I am talking to you now, the General Secretary of NDC Papa Johnson na see edun ketia General Mosquito ama ye nyina ye hu say ade National Democratic Congress NDC me no kasa sisi you know omo the petition akwa Commonwealth Secretariat say munye hwehwemu emfa this certain government NPP how or abuse the rights of Ghanaians or abuse human rights Ghana ha or abuse rights bebree a enye ensem ketewa according to Papa Esiedun Ketia. In fact sene niema akwa ha no omani nje ho when it comes to our judiciary a enkoye political persecution enkoye abuse of human rights enokra de kan to no more say Commonwealth nation say there be sene Ghana we are a member of this Commonwealth and yeah omo preach about this thing against of human rights norms and whatever but this government introduced this thing grab before any campaign and the messages are okay can yeah and at the right but on all bad government you know like I say you preaching here in 2016 and the real feeling na another dango Akuffo Addo kai but we jai emene ye journalist say and you can say na bobi ansa ya che no Mensa Thompson wakɔ remand ba na Oliver Barker ye de na kwatri mu remand na we ye de na fa ha ade a etete and obi antimi nka bi e ma ne nye ye say ye Commonwealth Secretariat for no more ene betimi ahwade we nti there is the petitioner the National Democratic Congress through your Papa Johnson Esiedun Ketia oma ye hu say we ene na mo NDC etua omo hwe ni mu every Commonwealth for ho na omo so timi abona Ghana ye freedom na ye wo as humans yetimi kasa freedom of speech yetimi ka etwe ya adwen no obi yetimi atwe na adwen so ene unya akobie wano a obehu a se enye remand ye do beko ene enye chi ne ye bechi wa ye be ma invite fe ye invite wa okokodru wo pe na yakacho say oh unko fie bio ubeda ha adechi a ya grant you bill of bia 10,000 Ghana cedis bia na 100,000 Ghana cedis be with some sureties we are see adechi a yesan court and your court na bibia she so and no era with NDC petition to Commonwealth about Ghana ha nye make say you say probe into human rights any how the government city on it or abusing the rights of Ghanaians.
You see, the word abuse I would use soon. I don't know where the abuse is coming from. I don't think government is abusing the rights of individuals. So let's take the abuse of and let's see, say, let's use a more nicer word like government. I don't know the word to use, but we shouldn't use abuse. You can't abuse it. Say, yeah, boom,
that is what the petition said.
That's what the petition says, but that is not the reality. Say the BIA Akuffo Addo are corrupt. Say the BIA Akuffo Addo are wicked. We say Westerns. Why haven't they come to arrest us? You see, the whole thing has to do with the limits that we talk. What am I saying? We've said a whole lot of things. Akuffo Addo I say, but the limits. Say, oh, yeah, journalists like Oliver Barker. Now, what can say Ghana military are useless, and they need to act and take off a sitting president. That's that is not a fair speech. That is not a free speech. That does not fall within the context of free speech. We need to take you on. So, in aid of these things, a question, a be or why a unya, the unya Captain Smart, you know, you read the Captain Smart case head and tiller. See, you realize, say, I say, you shut down a person be to a panoso. And it's obvious upon a boy PPH. It's here for CIA, then I'm meneno. Ushe will be inside the na. I mean, I don't understand why somebody would allege, say, Akuffo Addo Akwaji Asasi AU village. Then the police storm his radio station to go and arrest him. Hello? That is not right. We are no so few a sepa boss. Or see Akuffo Addo mba at the private jet to crime. Then he is also being arrested. Why? So some of these cases need be I wouldn't say it's abuse of power. I wouldn't say it's abuse of their human rights. What I would say, and at the context I'm to say, these people, you know, and the Ghana police is kind of fighting the rule of law. They are fighting the rule of law in some context, but in a certain context, you know, they are right by using the same law. Because Oliver Bakedi and Kenjaman in Kana, Akwana Waka said Akuffo Addo has connived with judges. Na ombe via election petition na Kenjaman in Kana. These are false pretenses. We go your friends the judicial fee. Ideally, it shouldn't be 7 2 weeks and also room for more. But this same scenario need be where the Ghana police is going overboard. Like the Asepa boss, the Captain Smart, the issue which has to do with Ayebubi answer. This issue clearly it's not your friend's idea was here chum. Akuffo Addo a complaining said Obizo Akota Asasia. Akuffo Addo you said need to ana no ono ehun mininimu. I don't know sue the person and the Ghana police will act to go and arrest the person. That's I can say the Ghana police was fighting the rule of law. We and also few the one which had to do with a friend is saying Asepa board. You see, some of these cases it doesn't make sense. But for NDC to move further to say drag it MPP to the World Court and I say to Commonwealth Court because it's abusing people. Which abuse? Which abuse are they? You couldn't power Ghana has say. Fine, you arrested him. Have you killed any person? So we need to know how to talk about these things. They are making it seem like Akuffo Addo a dictator, which I don't think is true.
Okay, you know, the petitioner NDC for their Commonwealth, no, ma omo responded to, and omunja wankaso and yeshe baby sabali say, ono sone hawa or feel say cost to no end, Ghana so. We are part of that way. There was almost 2 hours money be crown no beche chimoke NDC and say net any day. But they can say yeah abusing tino ma chasenka that petition kra kwa say eno so ntwaye.
Yeah, I think that petition itself na unya because we share the real details of a year in summer a year NDC for Edeko na. You know I have a copy here. Let me give you the details. According to the National Democratic Congress, Omo petition Commonwealth Secretariat to investigate and subsequently sanction. The word is sanction. You see, so they are not saying, they are petitioning them to intervene. Intervene is they be jinemu and be jinemu. They are petitioning the Commonwealth Secretariat. First of all, what is the Commonwealth? Commonwealth here, countries are the British, a colonizer. So all the former colonies of Commonwealth and of British no omunyina gaining independence the omunyina be boom and my Commonwealth is Commonwealth you Jamaica, you India, you Ghana, you Nigeria, you South Africa because these countries were first colonized by the British. So all of them are back together say fine, we've passed colonialism. What can we do now to achieve a common cause? Because you guys are using our law, you guys are speaking our English language as official language. And you're back together and say, you're forming the Commonwealth. So look at the word. 2 words clocked in one. Commonwealth. So NDC are petitioning the Commonwealth Secretariat. Now NDC for petition, almost say, you're investigating now you're sanction Akuffo Addo administration because of bad governance and human rights abuse. Please, this is a blatant lie. Blatant. See, a case human rights abuser. And I was saying investigating NDC. Why na pencil ye trini power form? Why na pencil judges ye bomu to kuomo? 1 and a half pencil, there was sheer wickedness and incessant coup d'etat. Obi kasa radio sooner against a sitting government. 1 or 2 pa yenhuni bi silent, if anything, finishing. Who should we take to the Commonwealth? I'm asking you. So you see, we've moved past that because in as much as NDC, omo de patapa and a bar government mono, we also acknowledge their help. We've moved past that. It is here a democratic world and transition. No, they don't meet me. They don't meet my one. Say government they can move to your friend is speak about it, condemn it, or perhaps sue them in our local parlance. But move it to Commonwealth. Say, yeah, sanction Akuffo Addo. Why should we do that? Or move if you say Kronubo almost omutimubi. So Commonwealth cast almost sanction Ghana. Yeah, my escape yema. Or my name ya dia Mahama intimubi. Is it in Kitty antimubi? Your friend is saying, Ofosu Ampofu intimubi. That is it. Now, share near my mother coin now. Me chemu ye on why NDC4 ever on this particular thing. They are saying express brief your moye wa kra no. One party according to Johnson said that petition is to draw attention of the international body to instances Akuffo Addo abuse the judicial the judicial, the political, and the abuse of human rights and also persecution. You see, we all support NDC's cause, but this is evil agenda. You can't PhD ebinye because who corner ko sanction Akuffo Addo Commonwealth. Almost all my escape yima Ghana see any scar. You see ministers going to into omukana. One mon ebebre enye ya na ebebre. You'll be the same people saying so minimum kuyi. So they are citing Akuffo Addo one. Say international criminal courts and also the Commonwealth. Yes, sanction Akuffo Addo because oku nipa wa Ghana. Number 1, 2, or abusing nipa rights. 3, judicial system na Akuffo Addo e de aye trapia. The open or the case and was a command krebe kwama no. This is what NDC has petitioned the Commonwealth. Na o share insem ni nyina e se ni nkete party say niema we nyina e koso no e Akuffo Addo ni sune ne ban oye wo Ghana eduntia na wa petition Commonwealth because Commonwealth they are against these things according to Commonwealth no say norms and your friend say anti-practices, but according to and these norms and anti-practices no Akuffo Addo ye wo Ghana has now almost can be me say abia we'll try and put this thing on the screen because this is very, 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 very important at the end of the day. And trust me, in summer in as much as I don't think say NDC4 should be left in the dark, no. This particular petition to sanction Akuffo Addo and his government, trust me, it needs to backfire real quick because I'm catching say Confuboni say so that is it. Before then, no, we would like to put something on the screen. This particular thing you to screen so you will realize say at the end of the day NDC4 agenda command the Commonwealth say yen sanction Akuffo Addo government yen gunu crack evil. Evil, trust me, Matina had defended NDC several times, but this particular agenda evil me no makacho say MPP ni MP4 ya de na meka NDC4 so ya de na meka. So don't expect any bootlicking. Now, let me put this on the screens. Now, it's for what is actually going on. We and the NDC4 petition saying Akuffo Addo. Is it very sad? Now, what is on the screen, sir? Now, enlarging now. Also, since assuming the reins of power in 2016, the message of physical violence against political opponents that Nana Addo preached and championed before the 2016 general election has turned into structural, institutional, systematic forms of violence in the form of human rights violation, harassment, and political persecution against members and supporters of the NDC. Share. Instead in Kitian, some more kind evil. They say evil. They say or say since Akuffo Addo eba power no, Akuffo Addo or repeal the criminal libel laws and then I say okasa about human. And now Kasa by city government bet you what to honor I go on repeal. But NDC4 Kasa, even though he repealed that, you know, or buy an idea Kufa breast or chemuno or no Akuffo Addo or ye. You see your NDC Nina or Ghana you kum. This according to the statement. Is it true? Is it true? I don't think it's true. Or say oh kasa against NDC, be chill, be cool. Into you share words now, or say human rights violation, political persecution, and also your friend is a harassment. I say, or patch say, then I'm about to be NDC. We no so say, apart from political opponents, several journalists have been arrested and detained under the governing New Patriotic Party. This particular statement of Muka and in as much as Mitimaka say no creno, a febine no cre. Say Commonwealth be jina we so sanction Akuffo Addo nkwa omudika. There are certain journalists in Ghana. The Makacho say Anya Akuffo Addo nkwa na president. Tienyi. We've seen Kufuor, we've seen Rollins, we've seen Atamels, we've seen Mahama. Into Timi Mbambe country say Obisa or Irakoto assassin to be. Hello. That can be classified under human rights abuse and abusing journalists. It's another Omoka you didn't cry. But so be a Casa Ghana bebo military useless. They should do a coup d'etat. I didn't tell a man reporting will be answer. I didn't tell a man reporting Nipa no can say Akuffo Addo judges I won to overturn an election. These are not true. And per the law, no, I was say, Nipa. Now, this is what NDC people will say, and this is what people will say. Say, oh, a abuse of power. But I want to ask NDC a simple question. Say MPP need a kind sense we are. Do you think NDC for empowering and say, okay, so MPP need a kind of say MPP need a kind say, you overthrow NDC government be a better power from 2024. Do you think NDC will not say they should go and arrest the person? They would. So let's call a spade and stop trying to say change na Akuffo Addo. Yen sanction for God knows what. We and also few they are saying here in citation say because Bobia and Samuni Niamaniemano, or shall say a crime FM presenter Kwabena Bobia and Sam was arrested for the publication of false news, offensive conduct, while Power FM or Hineba Buama was jailed for 2 weeks and fined 3,000 for contempt of court. There are countless calls on President Akuffo Addo Dankwa to let his actions reflect his support for the promotion of human rights. So, in the Febino, about the journalists funny there, Omudika, but say Akuffo Addo harassi Kunko for the day, I don't think it's true.
Okay, and do you think that Ghana and politics, because of propaganda, Ubia per se, onye nyam, we per se, wakan we. We na Ghanaian sukaso was it's become I dirty too much. Won't say democratic way near what but it's becoming too dirty to the extent say this petition will go to the Commonwealth.
You see, I don't think it's becoming dirty. Ubi Abetrowa has said your friend is saying you this boy, you are so biased, you speak like you know everything, and the only wise and intelligent boy in Ghana. Everything is going well for only you. Your pocket is so full of money. You see, this is the problem with Ghana. Nipo trust the Flossie Williams and Wallams. Flossie Wallams. You see, Flossie, let's look at these issues critically. NDC has petitioned the Commonwealth saying sanction Akuffo Addo in the government. And the citation in that is that Akuffo Addo abusing human rights. Okunko for like more like a dictator. Yen kind of cray. This government and this country has been peaceful for the past 8 years. Even for the past 20 years. In this particular administration, the country is peaceful. There will be one or two things we need and not just say we need to use that particular thing, say, because certain journalists were detained unlawfully. I was see a generalizer no. And I remember me can say so ka osi enko yi aka say enko yi emawo. Men ka say emaye. Yet Kroma says skeni ha. Go to East Legon. Go to Osu Club and see the people are chilling. Obi send a watch. 150,000. That is a friend. Good. So you can't blame a thing or generalize a thing. But the issue here is there's been some important argument and cause. Yehu Bobia and arrest have always said say unlawful. It was the most silly. Your friend is saying, I don't know the word to use, but it was the most silly movement by the Ghana police to barge into a radio station and go and arrest him. But come in here or say President Jakota. I say, why won't the president's wife go and arrest or sue Bobia? Because a clearly libel. This particular Captain Smart issue, I've said it countless years. It doesn't make sense. A separate issue. Say Akuffo Addo and then buy you private jets and it does not make sense. But you can't say these issues, it doesn't make sense to me and you. No, we need to generalize it. Say Akuffo Addo couldn't say India me. Please, Ghana for no cray. Let's be honest. On many more certain people are being harassed. But for you to drive to Commonwealth and say we need to, it's very bad. It shouldn't happen that way.
Okay, see the act of Japa John CC look at us